Hello people, so anyway, been doing a bit of planting out today. Veg patch behind me looks very nice in my opinion, so I'm very happy with that. We're getting a bit of rain now, which I'm grateful for. It's always good to get things watered in a little bit. Good working temperature today, done some weeding, some tidying, and yeah, I'm quite happy with what's going on. So let's have a look and you can see what I've been doing. Whoa. Right, now, here you go. So you can see the veg patch. Now, I put the broad beans in a while ago. You know that if you've been watching my channel. But this beetroot variety Boltardy has been in a while, the larger plants. But I put these smaller ones in today. And what these are is I grow them in cell trays like that. It's little cells. And I put the video up a while ago where I sowed them. But I actually sowed these and these in the cell trays on the same day, I believe. But I left these in the cell trays a bit longer for one reason or another. But so these have been in the ground a bit longer, so this is why they're bigger. But I'm hoping that they will catch up, of course they will. So some nice beetroot variety Boltardy. Now I've got my broad beans, they are variety the Sutton, okay. And my Leeks from before, and my runner beans. Now I'm growing them what would be considered a traditional way, up some canes, there you go, you get the idea. And I've got 16 plants, their variety Best of All that I got from Pound Stretcher a while ago. Now a few people have asked me, do I save my own seeds? Now I haven't done in recent years for, due to basically not taking gardening as serious. Well, I've always taken it seriously, but not having the time to sort of give to it that I have had in the past. But I'm hoping to, slowly, I'm working towards, being able to pay more detail to my gardening efforts. There you go. So going to be saving seeds at the end of the year, hoping to get a good crop off of these. I put a bit of compost around them as well. You can tell that by the different colour of the soil there. Now what else have I got? So these have been in a while. This is spinach and Swiss chard. Yep, Swiss chard, that's right. And I'm very happy with how they're coming on. They've been in probably about 6 weeks or so, but they didn't do much to begin with because it was so dry. But we've been getting a bit of rain, and it really has worked wonders for them. I've got some squashes, I'll just zoom in, that I planted over here. Variety Bennings Green Tint. There you go, you get the idea. And there's another one at the back there that I put in a while ago. So hopefully they're going to do well. And what else have I got? Right, yes, cucumber, one there, variety Market More. Spoke a lot about those before. My leeks that I set a while ago. Now they've taken the majority of them, so I'm very happy with how they're going to come, all being well. I've got my tatties here, what do you call it? What are they? Variety Desires. Now here, I've got my kale that I set a while ago, and they're underneath 2 cloches, because the majority of you who have grown brassicas will know that they really love, the cabbage white butterflies love them, and they seem to find a way through. So I've got 2 cloches on there to hopefully stop any cabbage white butterflies getting in, because it won't be long now before, they are flying about looking for places to lay their eggs. So hopefully that should protect them, and also when they're small like this, the birds do like to peck them as well. So there we go. So quite happy with how that's coming on. I've got the old bits of wood there to stop it blowing away. It's quite sort of secure, like, So yeah, that's the veg patch. So wish me luck for success of vegetables galore. Really, I've got a selection here of crops that very sort of traditional, really. Your spinach, your runner beans, broad beans, beetroot, kale, leeks, cucumber, squash. You get the idea. I'm not being too sort of like experimental here. Okay, the squash, Bennings Green Tint squashes are a sort of a less well known variety, but I'm being very sort of just I want success really, and I want plenty to eat from here. Hence, these spinach and Swiss chard and the kale will be the most productive, simply because they will crop well into the winter months and into next year as well, all being well. Okay, so here you go. I've got a bit more left. I'll just do a separate video on soft fruit, I think, another time. But what we got here, look, we got what do we got? Yes, I grew these, didn't I? runner beans, and got so much here really. I did grow them. This is just you know, that all that is just a sign from something else that I grew. Anyway, what am I talking about? Goodness gracious, shut up. Right, now, so I've got more runner beans here, I've got my cucumbers here, and more squash. Basically, I've just got loads going on here. I've got so much, and I'm, dealing with it in a way that I only know how. Anyway, so I've got my different squashes here that I'm growing away in these containers, and so I'm very happy about how these are sort of looking. Right, okay, into the old polytunnel. Right, so here you go. So I've had a real good clear out, well, not clear out, but tidy up in here, because you can actually move in here now, which is much better. Now, one of my viewers, Nick, commented on the fact that I don't seem to have much in the way of strawberries, and actually I really don't, and I want to get more into strawberries. I've grown loads of them in the past, but here I've never really, for some reason, I've never really sort of focused on it that much, only as a bit of an afterthought. But anyway, I potted up 6 plants, okay, variety Cambridge favourite. So let's have a look at those. Right, so there you go. There they are, look. Now, oh, we've got a flower in there. Now, I'm going to leave them in the polytunnel because, birds love to eat the old strawberries when they come. So give them a bit of protection in here from the birds. So 2 containers, decent sized containers, okay. When you're potting up strawberries, you want decent sized, let's see if I can get the camera down there, you want decent sized pots, okay, because they are they're very sort of hungry plants, and they like a lot of nutrients when they are producing. So, and the growing medium I used in them, basically just for sort of a bit of quickness and a bit of what loadness, what I did was I just emptied one of these other grow bags into each one, and a bit of multi-purpose compost on the top, and all in time I'll have some natural feed, to feed them with. So yeah, happy hopefully with how they're going to go. And what I've got here is right, my snake beans are looking, they're hopefully going to do well down there, and the old tomatoes are looking pretty groovy as well, all sort of doing well, and basically makes me feel a lot better that it looks a lot more presentable in here now, and the fact that I can actually sort of move here. But I often find, look, as you walk in, so this is what it looks like, which is so much better than than how it was. But it had to be like that because it was, I was using it for a lot of intensive work really. But basically, one thing I know about gardening, and I say this quite regularly to people, but basically when you're sort of gardening, it's it's a slow progress, and you're going to get things wrong, and you're going to make mistakes. But particularly at the start of the year, the gardening season, I find that's quite often the hardest, because you're getting things going, you're thinking about what you're doing, and getting ready for your plants really. So yeah, you can see I've been busy, so quite happy with how we're coming on here. Now I've got some runner beans, again, variety, what was it, best of all, but they're growing in the pot here. So that's the Miracle Grow compost video that I did the other day. I put these here, going to leave them there, keep making sure that I regularly water them. Now in here I did set my melon plants out, but I'm running out of time on this video now, so that's going to be a separate video. So there's actually some melons being grown in there now, melon plants, all sorts of varieties, and some chilies as well, but we will get to that another time. So it appears that I'm going to be getting a very good crop of gooseberries, all being well. You see the amount of gooseberries on there, look, and they are a great sort of relatively trouble-free, not totally, relatively trouble-free crop, soft fruit to grow in the UK. And I would say to people, if you're only going to grow one, sort of soft fruit, provided you like the taste, of course, and you can even get prickle-free varieties now, one called Careless, but they're just such a great crop to grow, really. Okay, no abrupt finishes today. Hope you enjoyed that. Melon video coming soon. If you like my work, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Enjoy your Sunday, people!